Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and I cannot believe it's already May. I hope you guys are well and enjoying May. I am ready for warmer weather, but I know that the farther we get when the weather is warmer, then that means that my wedding is coming faster and faster. I just can't believe how quickly it's coming. But it is monthly favorites time again. So I'm sharing some of my favorite things from the month of April. I have some entertainment, some books, beauty, clothing, and food favorites that I will be sharing with you. And without further ado, let's get started. If you hear that, that's just my paper where I have everything that I want to talk about, because unfortunately I don't have physical products for all of them. So let's start with entertainment. The first show that I wanted to talk about I've wanted to watch for a long time, and I finished Friends, I guess, in April, maybe in March. And normally after I finish Friends, I go right into Gilmore Girls, and I wanted to try something new, so I started watching The Crown on Netflix. I think I've talked about it before on this channel, but I am fascinated with the royal family and just that whole aspect of British culture and stuff like that. I went to England a few years ago and just kind of was like, oh my gosh, this is awesome, and just wanted to know everything. So it's really interesting to kind of see more. Obviously it's exaggerated and not everything is true, but it's a very interesting show and the acting is amazing. I am on season 2 and have just really been enjoying it. I have been watching it in the morning. It is a show that you need to pay attention to. And I think watching it in the morning isn't the best time for me because I can't watch a full episode. I don't have enough time, but I'm still really enjoying it and would definitely recommend it. It's really well done, and especially if you're interested in the royal family like I am, it's good. And it's about Queen Elizabeth II, if you didn't know. And it starts before she becomes queen. And it'll kind of be interesting to see how far it goes. But they are filming season 3 now, I think. So I will finish it and then be waiting anxiously for the next season. Next is a show that has come back and has gotten a reboot, and that is Trading Spaces. I remember coming home from school when I was in elementary school and watching Trading Spaces, and it was so funny. They were before the new season premiered, they were playing the old ones, and what was bad is so much worse because it's so 90s, but it's really good, and I have episodes to catch up on of the new season, but I've been enjoying it and it takes me back, and it's cool to see all the same people. So if you've never watched Trading Spaces before, find an old episode first and then watch the reboot because it's awesome. And then next is a iPhone game that I found. I'm a sucker for the ads on Instagram and Facebook of games that you should play, because I'm oh, that looks cool, let me download that. So this one is called 13 and it has an exclamation point. And I remember a few years ago there was a game that was really popular called 2048, and it was kind of sliding number tiles. So you started with 2s and then you'd slide 2 of them together and that would make 4, and you try and get a tile that's 2048 all the way up there. So this one is similar to that, but you are trying to get to the number 13. So you start with a bunch of 1s and 2s, but you press where you want the tiles to condense to instead of sliding. So there's different strategies, and you'll start out with a 5 or a 6, and then you have to build up. And I think I've only gotten to 11, but it's really addicting and it is a nice time killer. So be forewarned that it's addicting, but it's definitely neat and I would recommend it because I really enjoy it and I'm very determined to try and beat it. Next, I have 2 books to recommend this month. My goal for this year was to read 13 books, just because I know I'm going to be busy with wedding stuff that I know that more than that is not really realistic, and that meant that I had to read at least 2 books in 1 month, which I did. So now if I read 1 book per month, I'm on track to meet my goal, which will be good. So the first one is Balancing in Heels by Kristen Cavallari. I have mentioned The Hills before on a monthly favorites because I went back and watched it. And I watched Laguna Beach, so I was interested in the book that Kristen wrote. I was definitely Team Lauren from like Laguna Beach, and just kind of like Lauren Conrad a little bit more. Not that I have anything against Kristen Cavallari, but I was interested in reading her book. It was a really easy read and wasn't that long. I think I read it in like a week, but not even reading it every night. It was a little, it's probably not the right word, but like preachy. It was kind of like, don't do this, but do this, and kind of thing. And you didn't get to know as much about her life as I would have wanted. I know she's really private with her kids, and I respect that. But I just felt like I wanted more from it. But still, if you like The Hills and you like her, then I think it's a good book to read. And it has actually like some recipes and stuff, and she just came out with a cookbook, so I'm sure it probably lends well to that. But I enjoyed it enough to recommend it. And then the next book, this was a good one. It's called The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo by Taylor Jenkins Reid. And I read that book in 4 days. It was like 600 pages on an e-reader. I rented both of these books from both of the e-books from Ontario-wide library, so that's why I don't have the physical ones. So you get it for 14 days, and it's just like depending on the size of text how many pages it is. So it was about twice the size of the Kristen Cavallari book, and I read it faster. It was all I wanted to do to read this book. So Evelyn Hugo is like a old Hollywood star, and she's been married 7 times, and she's never really done an interview about it. And so this kind of follows her working with a reporter to kind of write a book about her life. And it's not like chapters aren't about each husband, but like there's sections about each husband. But it's just interesting in terms of like how we view celebrities and like how they manipulate sources and stuff so that you're hearing what they want to hear, if that makes sense. We watch Entertainment Tonight in this house like pretty much every night, so it's just, it kind of makes you think. And there are things that, like, she was in old Hollywood, so like there were things in her life that like wouldn't be as much of a struggle now as it was then. But it was really, really interesting, and I would definitely recommend it. And there was a part where like my jaw just dropped. It was really good, and I would definitely recommend it. It was one of those books that I like Googled immediately if it was going to be a movie. I can't remember if it is or not, but it was really good. Okay, next we have, beauty. So the first thing is this nail polish. I'm not wearing it, unfortunately. I was last night, but I needed to redo my nails. So this is the Sally Hansen Miracle Gel in shade 493 Flushed Wanderer. So it's like a pinky kind of mauve, however you say that color. But it's just a really nice neutral. It's not overly pink. Like sometimes you look at it and you're like, oh, that's pink, but then it's not. But I really like it. I think I wore it 2 or 3 times like in a row. But I like the Sally Hansen like formula because it's without the UV light that then you go over with the top coat. I find it doesn't chip very easily, but I need to find a trick to stop bubbles from forming. So work in progress, but still like it and would recommend it. And then I'm not sure what this shade is, but this purple that I have on my nails, but I will put that in. And then my other favorite, I put in its box to talk about for the Sephora sale haul. And now I'm gonna break the box or break my nails. There we go. It is from Becca. It is the Liptuitive Glow Gloss. So it is clear, and then I don't know if you can see it on my lips, but it goes on clear and then it brings out the natural color of your lips, which is so cool. It goes on so smooth and is so hydrating that I bought 2 and keep one in my desk at work, and my mom and my sister bought one. So if you want to see what else I picked up during the Sephora spring sale, I will put a link up there in a card for you. But yeah, I really like it. Next is clothing. I have to pick it up. So Ethan and I went to Niagara Falls in February for his birthday, and I was on the lookout for a like spring jacket. He has a really nice Columbia jacket. It's waterproof, it has a hood, and it's not like super thin that it's just like a rain jacket. It actually has some like warmth to it. So I got me one similar. It's not zipped up, and I'll put a picture, I'll get Ethan to take a picture of me wearing it and I'll put that in. But it is like cinched at the waist, it covers my bum, it's nice and long, and it's really like, it's warm but it's not too warm, and then it has a hood and it's waterproof, and I love it. So, and I think it'll last a really long time, so really happy to have picked it up. And because I have a North Face just like rain jacket that's really thin, and it's like too cold to wear like in the spring when it's raining, but it's nice for like hotter days because it's not too hot. But yeah, I'm happy to have found it. Now I need to hunt for a winter jacket because mine is a Firefly, and I'm in my late 20s that I don't want to be wearing a Firefly jacket anymore, and it's also like coming apart at the bottom, but that's another thing that I'll worry about next year. So last is food, last category. I will put a picture in of the breakfast that I've been having lately. Basically I do 1 egg with a little bit of egg whites and mix that up, and while I'm doing that I have red peppers and some spinach in a frying pan with some coconut oil, mix that around, and then I add the egg, put a little bit of cheese, and just scramble it up, and then I do a piece of like multigrain toast with a little bit of basil and some strawberry jam, and put some salsa with my eggs, and it is filling, it's fairly healthy, and it keeps me satisfied until lunch. And I have the luxury of like, I wake up at 7:30 and don't start until 10, so I have the luxury of time to make that for myself in the mornings. But if you're looking for something to try, because I did used to have avocado toast and I got kind of sick of it, where I do a piece of like sprouted grain toast, toast that, put avocado on it, and fry an egg and put some cheese on that and eat that. But I just got kind of sick of the avocado, so I wanted to try something different, and that was what I came up with, so I thought I would share. And then last is a coffee that I've been loving. We have a Keurig, so we do the Keurig during the week, and then we have a coffee maker that we make like nicer, like grind the beans coffee. So during the week I've been having the Folgers Vanilla Biscotti, and it kind of tastes like Winter Carnival from Timothy's, which is like my absolute favorite coffee. So it is like flavored and is a little bit sweeter, but I am trying to work my way to drinking coffee black, and this is helping me get there. Now I just put like a little bit of sugar and a splash of milk, so I'm getting there. But I think I had this at my cousin's house the first time, and I was like, oh, this is good. I'll put a better description of it from like Folgers website or whatever in the coordinating blog post, so you can check that out, and that's where all the links to all the products will be as well. But it's been my go-to lately and I've been really enjoying it. So those are all my favorites from the month of April. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what you have enjoyed during the month of April, because I would love to know. And I will see you guys in my next video. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.